Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be back with another young Indian. Right now, we have with us Rhea Kapoor. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Rhea.
So, good evening, sir. To begin with, first of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. I have been following your Vidpeds for a very long time, and I've heard to a lot of them, some of them being of a mutual connections over LinkedIn. And it's just so great to be here today. So, now, before I briefly introduce myself, I would like to cover my schooling, my college, and all the experiences that have shaped me into who I am today. So I was born and brought up in Delhi, and I did my schooling from Indraprastha International School, Dwarka, New Delhi. I chose commerce and maths in my 11th grade, which was a little bit of a dicey decision for me at that point of time. Uh, because we had our 10th grade spent in lockdown, it was pandemic time, and I think that there weren't many resources available at that point of time for me to truly decide what I wanted to do. We didn't have access to student counselors at that point of time. But as I progressed with that decision, I found myself enjoying commerce more than regretting it at the beginning of 11th grade. So, continuing with that, I chose to pursue a BCom honors from Kalindi College, University of Delhi, and I'm currently in my second year. Uh, so, for me, I have always been someone who has tried to balance out her extracurriculars with academics. So, when it comes to my academics, so I have always seeked academic validation very, very strongly, which led me to become a scholar student, not only in school but also in college. But I have been taught more about life from my extracurricular experiences rather than from any textbook. So back in school, I came to a very heavy realization in the fifth grade after being told about this in the parent teachers meeting by my teachers that I love to talk and I love to speak. You could put me on stage and I could probably just speak and deliver about anything and everything. So in seventh or eighth grade, I decided to put that passion of mine into something that I truly enjoy and to something that would actually help me develop as a person. So I chose the path of doing MUNs, youth parliaments, and debates from 8th and ninth grade onwards and carrying that forward in college itself. I currently serve as the General Secretary for our English Debating Society. So apart from that, I also currently am the project head for Project Inara at Connecting Dreams Foundation. So the Project Inara, it focuses on destigmatizing mental health. And as someone who used to take mental health very lightly, it was, I think, in my first year when I realized that the path to Delhi University, it wasn't the most easy one. There were disappointments, there were heartbreaks, and it generally causes your mental health to become very unhealthy, to put it in a very simple way. So, working with a project that has been centered around mental health in my second year, it has opened my eyes, and it has been such a pleasure to work with other people who believe in the same mindset and to create an impact in the college itself. So, CDF in general, it works towards promoting social entrepreneurship. So, it's always great to be surrounded by youth from all over the university campus who are working to make and bring a real change. And I think that sort of serves the purpose of being in a Whitbed as well, because it is what it is. It is about promoting youth. And because youth of India, they are the harbingers of a future India that we see as a developed nation. So actually, this was also our agenda for the HPAIR conference of 2025, which I was very excited to be a part of. And that sort of talked about the transitioning phase, the transitioning generations, wherein the youth currently they serve as the epitome of bringing a change in a nation that very desperately needs it. So apart from social entrepreneurship and the debating, I also work as the editorial team co-coordinator in the placement cell. And that is where I feel like my degree really helps me. It comes in to help me understand the corporate exposure, whether it is dealing with HRs on a daily basis. That teaches you so much about the real world and about the skills that you really need. So, college has really taught me how to manage leadership, organizational management skills, and that was something that has been embedded in me since school because I did a lot of competitions and they were very different competitions. And in 12th grade, I was admitted to be a part of the student council. So I served as the president of the Literary Society back in school. And that is how I knew that I wanted to be a part of the students' union in college as well. And so in first year, I applied for the students' union position of the commerce representative first year. And I went through with the interview process, and to my surprise, I got chosen. So that was actually the defining moment that taught me that college was so different from school. You weren't protected, you were on your own, and this time you actually had responsibilities. So interacting with companies for sponsorships, negotiating prices for stalls, late night meetings, morning coffee runs with like barely any hours of sleep during test season especially, it taught me so much about how different college is from school, and this is how it is going to be for the rest of my life now. So it has been a very good experience and it has shaped me in an excellent way because firstly I used to be very intimidated of my seniors in my first year. So by the end of the tenure, I at least learned to say no, which was something that I had been trying to learn since a very long time. And that is what being a part of Students' Union in a college does to you. It teaches you that sometimes you just have to prioritize yourself. And yeah, so all these experiences collectively, they have shaped me into who I am. Because if I draw parallels from school to college, I see myself as a very different individual who has realized that academic validation is not everything. Do I still seek it? Yes, I am still seeking it, but I feel like I have realized that there's more to life than just grades, and these are the experiences that matter at the end of the day. So yes.
Okay, that's excellent. How about your friends? Are they also in commerce, or were you sort of that unusual kid who's doing something unusual?
So a few of my friends they chose commerce with maths with me, but a few of my friends were in science and in humanities as well. So I was surrounded by people who shared the same interest with me, but at the same time, I did feel a little um, bit of that feeling that so I wanted to go for humanity in the first case. So when I interacted with my friends from humanities, a lot of times I did have that seed of regret that why didn't I choose that? But I think being with like-minded people in commerce field, they also taught me a lot, and they are one of the core reasons why I started to enjoy doing commerce more. So yeah, so I did have people pursuing commerce with me.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, you talked quite a bit about your sort of the academic side and all. Share some of your personal side with us if you want to. What do you
So
enjoy? What do you do? Something that I know you like debates and all that, but that's kind of professional work, right? But something personal.
So I think all of what I have talked about right now is something that looks really good on your profile, which I have been trying to build for years. But a personal side of me kind of wants to keep all of this aside and to get myself involved in reading. So I love reading, and I am a huge fan of literature. Alongside, I love immersing myself in some new movies and TV shows on Netflix because they sort of feels like a disconnect from the reality, which is sometimes very much needed, especially when things get really stressful. So I love to read and I love to travel as well, although I do not get that many opportunities being in college right now and having a very hectic schedule. Alongside, I love playing sports. So I play badminton. It's a very nice tradition between me and my best friend that no matter what happens, sort of we do meet up at least twice or thrice a month to just play badminton because it makes you feel very energized and refreshed, and it makes you feel that there's just sometimes you have to choose spending time with your friends, doing things that you used to do in your childhood, reading books to make you realize that, okay, so there's so much more that you can do with your time rather than just academics and extracurriculars. Sorry
One
for
of
the,
yeah, okay. One of the
yeah.
shows that you enjoyed on Netflix. Let's talk about it.
So my favorite show is Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix. So that is like the one show which is my guilty pleasure. I could watch it in during my exams, if I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling happy, when I have nothing to watch. So it is that one show for me because everything beginning from the funny sort of the main character who is supposedly a police officer, but he has that sort of playfulness to him that just makes the show a lot more lighter, but it's something that is surrounding a show that is centering around NYPD and the little moments that you have with the other characters and the sparking chemistry between the main leads, Jake and Amy. So all of that just feels so good. And but beyond that, it also for me the character Amy Santiago. So she sort of symbolizes women empowerment for me. So I am currently in an all girls college. So it just generally feels very empowered to see women in charge because whatever you do, it's always the girls taking in charge. You have the president, you have the vice president. They are not afraid to do anything, not afraid to reach out to people, and that is sort of thing that really motivates me to go and achieve things, even if sometimes it is a sort of a stigma that, okay, you cannot do this, or it could be, a little risky for you to go out there and put yourself out there. So that character also, like the character has influenced me in a way to not be afraid to take charge, and that is what motivates me. But more than that, I think it is the perfect comedic timing of everything that really makes me get engrossed in the show and really just enjoy it.
Boy, you really do like it.
I do.
It's more than a show for you. It's something that is entertainment, motivation, empowerment, whatever else you want to call it, right?
It is the culmination of all those things that genuinely make me me. So that's why I love it.
Okay, wonderful. All right. And tell us a little bit about the social entrepreneurship. What exactly are you people doing in it?
So in my second year, I chose to join a society by the name of Connecting Dreams Foundation. So it is a society that works under CDF India. So who are in turn working for social entrepreneurship that is promoting um, people, especially the youth, to take up challenges and to help create a real change in the society. So currently, under CDF Kalindi, we have three projects, Inayat, Kinkari, and Inara. One is for women empowerment, one is for child education, and Inara, the one that I am heading, is mental health. So in first year, I was a part of four societies, but none of them felt that I was making a real change. Because when I joined college, all I used to see was people actually making a real change, working towards something that really mattered. So I did want to try that. So I gave an interview for CDF and that went pretty well. And I was originally planning to apply as a member, but I mean, it was a huge privilege to just be the head of a project. So CDF India in general, so they work with around 20 to 25 colleges currently of Delhi University, with a lot of colleges of other universities as well. And so there are a lot of things like it is working towards, it is launching livelihood projects for those who need it, working with street vendors and, trying to help them out as much as we can to achieve things like it could be either economic or financial stability, trying to promote their work as much as possible through social media so that they get the recognition that they deserve. And then we have projects that are working for women empowerment, just going to NGOs, talking to people out there, There are projects that are dealing with people who are in the old age homes, and there's for food eradication. So it basically covers all the aspects of the society that need to be looked upon. So if I talk about my project, so my project it isn't that it targets something that is very stigmatized, and it is something that is not very much talked about. So we see people talking about women empowerment, we see people talking about child education, but we do not see a lot of people talking about mental health because it is not considered that important. And I was one of them. But in my first year, I did realize that mental health is something that needs to be looked upon, and it is something that needs to be taken seriously. So I started working on that project. So I had a team of 9 members along with a co-head, and we have been working to making it a lot more inclusive in our college. So we had a new counselor. We tried to promote mental health awareness through social media, through online and offline seminars, doing stress bingos, stress check-ins, and collaborating with other societies who are working towards mental health so that we can create a safe space for college students because our main target was youth between the ages of 18 to 25 because they are the ones I feel like who needed the most at the moment according to the surveys that we have conducted. So, when we talk about social entrepreneurship, so it includes a lot of aspects from something that is very much important and that needs a lot of attention. And it's just so amazing to just see youth come together to make a real change in the society because I feel like that is what CDF is about. And they have provided us with a very brilliant platform to just go out there and to make a change and to just express yourself while working for things that really matter.
Okay, but you have no you have no expertise in mental health. So how do you claim that you can do something about it?
So, our we do not work towards providing any sort of psychologist or psychology or therapy sessions. We do have psychologists that are working with us for that. So we do not do that. We just act as a middleman between providing those services to the students. So for that, we have conducted a lot of seminars wherein, the actual psychologists, they come in, they forward their expertise to the students. So we have had sessions wherein we have done some live activities. It could just be journaling or guided meditation that really just helps you to relax yourself and to introspect, to retrospect, and to just see that what are the key areas in your life that needs a lot more attention and what are the things that actually clutters your mind and clouds it and
Hmm.
it doesn't let you focus on other things. So we have changed. So I mean, like we act as a middleman
Okay.
between the students and the psychologist.
Okay. So you have done surveys, right? Am I correct that you have done some
Yes.
surveys? Okay. Now, can you tell me, I mean, very brief, broadly speaking, uh, what are the characteristics of the young people who are more prone to mental health problems? If you have a sense, if you don't, it's okay. Or who is
So,
it? Yeah, if you know.
I think when I just took over this project, so I didn't really know that what sort of issues were the youth facing, especially in our college itself, because we targeted the students of our college for that survey first. So we found out that a lot of things they students accumulate and they build over time that ends up hampering their mental health. So it was to like name it very broadly, things that come on top of my mind. It was academic stress, it was peer pressure. For some people, it was bullying in school that had led to some serious scars. And then there was family pressure, there was career pressure, financial and monetary pressure. Especially when students, for financial, I would say that we had seen some comments wherein students felt helpless because they weren't able to support their parents financially. So these are some of the things that really impact the students, and they do not have a place wherein they can talk about it because they do not have a proper place wherein they can let these things out. So we sort of wanted to, because we weren't experts, we couldn't help them with mental health issues. So what we tried was that we gave this data because it was all anonymous. to the psychologists that were coming to our college for seminars and for even for online seminars, so that they targeted these things and they could provide their expertise as to what all they can do to the students.
Okay, wonderful. I mean, it's really very good to hear that young people are taking charge. Now, do you know anything about the men, the boys, or is your focus on mental health mainly on women?
So, like I said, that we did the survey in our college. So, we being an all-girls college,
Yeah.
it was like pretty much given that it was for women. But we have actually collaborated with co-ed colleges for the same, and we have worked to collectively provide it to not just women, but to students in their colleges and all the seminars, especially the online ones. They have been open to all. So, we have had even the male population join in. So our we can only do so much while being in college, and we have tried to go beyond it. So we have tried, wherever we could just make it a space open for all. We have tried doing that. We have tried collaborating with
Mm,
other colleges for the same, so
mm.
that it reaches out to people, to youth, not just women, but youth in general.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Anything else you want to tell us?
So not just tell, but while working on this project, I came to a realization that academic validation is not healthy in the long run because I was one who used to chase it a lot. And then came a point in my life wherein I felt like my academics failed me. It was like in the time period before my college and between 12th
Mm,
when the CUET result came out because the normalized score, the raw score was pretty good. The normalized score wasn't that good. And that was that one moment when I felt like my life had um, was going downhill and there was no coming back from that. But it's been 2 years since that. And today, when I am here, if, if I could just add that academic validation feels good and it just provides you with that momentary impetus to feel good about yourself. But the moment it's not there, you do not end up feeling very confident in yourself. It breaks your self-esteem. You end up overthinking a lot. You end up thinking that you are not worth a lot of things. But I have realized that academic validation is not everything. I still do chase it because I feel like it has been inherently embedded in me. So I cannot get rid of it easily. But now I know that even if I fail, I'll be able to come back out of it stronger.
okay.
So to it's it's a sort of a message for everyone that your college, that doesn't matter. Your academics, they do matter, but not that much that it takes a very huge toll on your mental health, especially in India, wherein entrances are so difficult and there's so much competition that you just feel like it could just make or break your life, but that is not true. Sometimes you just have to fall down to appreciate all the things that you have had uh, in your past life because I was a scholar student for 6 years and I ended up securing
Mm,
the highest level of accolade that you could have for academics, and it felt very nice. But when I did hit the rock bottom, that was the first time when I appreciated it because earlier it just felt like, okay, it's done, it's done. Let's move on to the next step. Let's focus on getting the same award the next year. So that sort of makes you appreciate life more, and that sort of makes you appreciate whatever you have had before. So sometimes you do need that. So it's okay to fail sometimes, but it's always how you come back stronger. And I did end up getting a scholarship for my academic grades for scoring the highest CGPA in my first year. So when I thought that that comeback wasn't possible, it did happen because now I was more appreciative of the things that I had. So it's sometimes it's okay to just not seek academic validation and to explore things around you more. So yeah, that's that.
okay, good. What do you think is your future? Any thoughts about it?
So I will be entering my third year, and while it is a good thing to have everything figured out, I don't have a lot of things figured out right now because I have been always a little uncertain about the field. So, but now that I am truly enjoying it, I really want to explore all the other options that I have with me. So I mean, I'm interested in law, so I think I might go for that. Otherwise, management is always an option. So for a future, I do really want to pursue a master's. Not really fond of pursuing one in India right now. So yeah, I think so. A master's in future probably
Okay.
is what I'm considering.
Okay, I didn't hear the word internships. A lot of people talk about internships. Did you do any or are you planning to do some? What's your take?
So I did do, I think, three internships. So I did one in 11th grade, then I did two internships in my first year. No, one internship in first year and one internship in second year. And currently, I am just applying to a lot more internships for June, July. I did get an offer at Invest India in March to intern, to be a part of their research intern team, but the call I couldn't get get an NOC from college because attendance is really mandatory now in Delhi University. So I have done internships, but I do feel like internships add a lot more value to your resume, your CV, and your personality in general. But my focus has majorly been on improving my skills and improving myself. So while I am looking at internships is not the first conversation I would initiate generally.
Okay, all right. I think we are coming to an end. So, final word from you. What's your message?
My message is it's okay to not be okay sometimes. If at all you are in that situation wherein you think that you cannot come out of it, trust me, you will. You just need, I won't even say that you need good people around you because sometimes you can have the best people around you, but unless you do not have that confidence in you, that in yourself, that you can come out of it, you won't be able to come out of it. So, be it academics, be it extracurriculars, be it internships, be it competition, there are going to be both highs and lows, and you do not have to be 100% fine at all times. So, sometimes it's okay to just take a pause, to not just follow the herd mentality, to choose what's the best for you, and choose the road that has not been taken yet.
Okay, wonderful. Anything else you want to say here? Or is
That I would actually want to thank you a lot for this opportunity. I didn't think I would be sitting here and I would get a chance to interact with you, even though I had been following with pets for a very long time because I always had this thing in mind that maybe I have not achieved enough to be here. So the fact that I am here just means so much to me. So thank you so much for that. And to all the people who are watching it, it's just please go through all the other videos of Sir. They have been really motivating for me. And I'm pretty sure that if you are a young Indian right now, they are all going to motivate you so much. And for the elder population, it's just going to make you so much proud where the new India is heading towards.
okay, thank you, Rhea. It was a pleasure to listen to you. You have so many ideas, you have done many things. And it's really great that India produces such young people. And you validated the concept of Vidped because the concept was that young people in India are pretty good. Why don't we give them a chance to talk about what they want to talk about? And here you are, you've talked a lot. And obviously, you are a skilled speaker. You said you knew that long ago, but you are a skilled speaker. So thank you very much. Okay, let's end it here. Let's talk a little bit offline. Let's end it here today for the recording. And I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Till then, bye everybody.
Thank you so much.